Attention duelists. I'm hoping this stream is going weird. OBS is hoping the stream is going weird. God damn it. Hope the stream is going okay. OBS is being very strange to me right now, but we're gonna get right into the video. But before I do, new duel pass with Ruby Carbuncle Mate. It's adorable. I love it. Anyway, duel live. Random. 20 some odd minutes on the clock. Let's do it. Okay. Who's taking us there first? Duelist A going first. Running some sort of illusion deck. Discards Nightmare Apprentice to summon Nightmare Apprentice. Her on summon effect, add an illusion monster to the hand, which is Cornfield Coatl. Opponent activates D Shifter. That's a bummer. Fright for Patchwork, add Polymerization. Hey, Respawn. I have not seen any reveals. What reveals are you talking about, mate? Also, I still gotta get chat to put up on screen. Player sets 2 and passes, not taking that D-Shifter challenge. Opponent draws, goes right to battle. End of battle, evenly matched. Player sends away their Nightmare Apprentice and the set Poly, leaving the Chimera Fusion. Opponent sets 2, activates Clockwork Knight. Chimera Fusion will be activated. Fuse Edge Imp Chain with Cornfield Coatl. Make Baphomet Mythical King of Phantom Beasts. D-Shifter is still in effect. Baphomet will banish Diabolise, the original Sin Keeper. Oh, Fiendsmith is on the way. I've heard some rumblings about what that does. Horrifying. Engraver. That's odd. Weird. The Exodia support seems interesting, and the way that Exodia is still around. Don't know what Azamina is. Oh yeah, most of the time a semi-limit does absolutely nothing. Player activates Fright for Patchwork. Opponent chains Magic Jammer. Pitching Moon Mirror Shield. Oh, neat. Player normal summons Ash Blossom, swings direct with Baphomet. Diabellstar lore keeps it going. Links their monsters away for SP Little Knight. Opponent chains Solemn Warning. Gross. Well, now both players are going hellbent. Opponent activates Nadir's Servant. Baphomet will chain, banish itself, target Edge Imp Chain to summon it. Player sent away Garura, adds Ecclesia. Garura effect, get another card. Summon Ecclesia. Ecclesia add Dogmatica Punishment. Go to battle. Ecclesia punch over the Edge Imp. Edge Imp went to graveyard, add Fright for Patchwork to hand. Opponent set 2 pass. It's all good, Respawn. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a fantastic day. Fright for Patchwork, add Poly and another Edge Imp Chain. Set 1 defense, pass. Opponent summons another Ecclesia. Add punishment. Move to battle. 1 chain gets destroyed. 1 direct attack. Sets card, passes. Draws Max C. Set the chain. Gonna hit fast forward because this seems pretty simple. Player draws, move to battle, swing over the chain. Swing direct. Activate Decisive Battle Golgonda. Pass turn. Draw Super Poly. Set pass. Super Poly isn't going to help when everything's a machine, I bet. Opponent goes to battle. Swing 2000, 2000, take the win. Duelist B going first versus a Labyrinth player. Player summons Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. They control an ice barrier, so Speaker can special summon itself. Mirror Mage will tribute to the speaker. Summon 2 tokens. 3 tokens. And then with 1 Ice Barrier token and itself, sync together, make Coral Dragon. Mirror Mage effect, add Gorgeous Swordsman, Georgius. George over there is going to summon himself for controlling an Ice Barrier and bring back Speaker from the graveyard. Then George and Speaker sync together. Make Lancia, Ancestral Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Speaker will banish itself. Make a token. Coral Dragon and the 3 Ice Barrier tokens all sync together. Make Ravenous Crocodragon Arctheus. Coral Dragon effect to draw. Arctheus effect to draw. Activates Fury of the Karyushin. Add Torrential Tribute. Set 1. Pass. Opponent draws Destructive Daruma Cannon. Activate Labyrinth. Set 5. During the end step, discard 2 cards to pop a card hitting the Daruma Cannon. That's very lucky. They discard a Mirror Mage and General Raiho. Mirror Mage was sent to graveyard, adds Medallion of the Ice Barrier to hand. Now the turn will pass. Player activates Paleozoic Morella and then chains another one to it, both with the effect of send 1 trap to the graveyard. Chainlink 3, Welcome Labyrinth. Welcome Labyrinth, summoning Lady Labyrinth, which will let the Labyrinth field spell allow them to destroy the back row of Torrential Tribute. Morella will then send away Transaction Rollback, and Morella will send away Elemental Burst. Lancey's effect will activate. Once per chain, if your opponent summons a monster, you can special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand or extra deck. Then change the attack to monster defense mode. And they summon General Wayne. Wayne was summoned. Add Ice Barrier to hand. Player activates Medallion. Add Mirror Mage. Crocodragon, pitch 2. Pop the back row card. Mirror Mage is one of the cards discarded. It will add Speaker, that is banished, back to the hand. All monsters to attack. Sorry, I got a little hunk of moussaka in my throat. Activate Change of Heart, stealing the Lady Labyrinth. Opponent is wide open, lethal on board. Activate Ice Jade Cradle, adding Ran Igrin to hand. Ice Barrier in graveyard, banish itself. Send away George. George will then be added back to hand. George will summon himself. George special summon Speaker from the hand. Speaker and George sync together. Make Soul Supreme Sovereign. Speaker will banish self, make a token. Because the card was banished, Supreme Sovereign will chain. Opponent activates Transaction Rollback, copying Elemental Burst effect. Cheng Ying will banish a card to protect himself. Actually, I was wrong. He did not use his effect to protect himself. Fury of the Karyushin will be... No, he did. Supreme... he must have been the first to pop up, and he wanted to make sure it got saved in case of a mistiming thing. I got it. So, Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign, banish Ice Jade Cradle to protect himself from destruction. And Fury of the Karyushin will banish itself to protect all water monsters from being destroyed. And then Labyrinth is popped. Now move to battle, swing Lancia, and the Supreme Sovereign for game. Not bad, Mr. Ice Barrier. Ah, Infernoids and their fun names. Opponent activates Molcharmi Fuolos. Infernoid player activates Void Imagination. Using its effect, send itself to the graveyard to fusion summon, using Devati and Ononku for Infernoid Evil. Evil effect, banish Ononku to send 10 Infernoids to the graveyard. Then Evil will be used as link material for Link Haribo. Infernoid Evil in the graveyard. Add Void Imagination. Activate the Void Imagination. Banish 4 Infernoids to summon Devati. Banish 3 Infernoids for another Devati. I was wrong. They were both 3. I lied. Banish a bunch more Infernoids for Anunku. Pass turn. Opponent activates Preparation of Rites. Anunku effect. Tribute Linkuriboh to negate the activation of Preparation. Makanko Water Arabesque activated, targeting Devati. Linkuriboh in the graveyard will activate, tributing the targeted Devati to summon itself back. Sorry, Devyati. Opponent activates Ohime Manifested Effect. Devyati II will tribute Linkuriboh to negate the effect of Mohime. Player summons Hugh Lee, equips with Double-Edged Sword. Hugh Lee, add Makanko Rivalry to hand. Move to battle. Swing into Anunku. Reflect the damage twice. Set 1, pass. Back to Infernoid. Anunku and Devyati link together. Make Skystriker Ace Camellia. Camellia effect. Send Mobilize Engage to graveyard. Then Camellia turn into Kagari. Kagari effect. Target the Engage. Attempt to add to hand. Opponent's Makanko Rivalry will activate, targeting Kagari to negate her effect. By negate her effect, I mean equip her with Axe of Fools, which negates her effect, so no card for you. Ononku will be summoned by banishing a bunch of Infernoids. Its effect will activate to destroy all other monsters on the field. Infernoid Evil effect. Add Void Reignition. Board blown up. Rivalry will banish itself. Target Water Arabesque. Add it back to hand. Player activates Void Reignition. Pitching Void Feast and Transaction Rollback to draw 2. Swing face with Anunku. Pass turn. Not looking good for Infernoid. Player activates Water Arabesque, targeting Anunku. It'll tribute itself to negate and banish the card. Let's see how much gas they got. Makanko player with the second Ohime uses her to add Great Makanko Ceremony. Pitching a Mudora, Sword Oracle. Activates the ceremony to summon Ohime. Ceremony effect, banish itself. Send away Mayawashidori. Mayawashidori, for being sent away, will target Hugh Lee, summon her, and equip. Hugh Lee effect, add a Makanko card to hand. Add Spirit Walk. Ohime effect, target the double-edged sword from the graveyard, equip to self. Swing face. Hugh Lee will do the same. And because Hugh Lee swung, the Mayawashidori will bounce the double-edged sword. They set 1 card and pass. Player draws Diabellstar. Void Reignition from the graveyard, banish itself, target a bunch of Infernoids. A lot of Infernoids. Put them all back in the graveyard. Then banish a few. Summon Site Samus. Site Samus, add Void Reignition. Send away Site Samus to summon Diabellstar. Diabellstar, set Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. Then activate it, send away Diabellstar. Summon Snake Eye Ash. Ash effect, add Poplar. Poplar effect, summon self for being added. Linkuriboh, tribute Poplar to summon itself. Poplar went to graveyard. Target Kagari, put her in the back row. Ash, send itself and Kagari away. Summon Flamberge. Flamberge effect, target Mudora in the graveyard. Mudora will banish itself in response. Target 3 cards in the Infernoid player's graveyard. Diabellstar, Poplar, and Ash, put them back in the deck. Player activates Triple Tactics talent, take control of 1 monster. They steal the Hugh Lee, then use Linkuriboh, Hugh Lee, and Flamberge as all link material for Promethean Princess. Princess effect. Ohime will chain, putting the Axe of Fools onto the Promethean Princess to negate her effect, but she is huge now. Bunch of Infernos will be banished to summon Devyati. Player activates Makanko Spirit Walk. Targeting Devyati, which will steal Devyati and make an equip card put onto Ohime. However, its effect will still resolve to destroy all spells and traps, so equip cards and itself are now back in the grave. Banish some Infernoids, summon Onunku, destroys every other monster. Pass turn, they're at 1,000. Ohime player, banish Makanko Spirit Walk. Onunku will chain, tribute itself, negate the activation of Spirit Walk. Player summons Ash Blossom, puts a double-edged sword on it. Ash Blossom, swing direct. Both players take 2,000, but 2,000 is more than enough to take out Infernoid. Alright, Tenpai with one Tenpai card in hand, probably enough. Opponent summons Fire King Avatar Arvata, and passes. That's not good. Player draws Gold Sark, activate Magical Mallet. Ash Blossom will chain. Player activate Gold Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus will banish Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos. Because it was banished, add a Fire Dragon to hand. That's Tenpai. Why did I say that weird? Tenpai. Anyway, Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Genroku effect for being added to hand. It'll special summon itself. Opponent with a Max C to chain. Duelist A, their own Ash Blossom, chaining to the Max C to negate. Arvata will activate to destroy a fire monster. Destroys the Garunix in hand, negating the Ash Blossom. Maxi will resolve, and Genroku will be summoned. Player draws a card. Tenpai player summons Fadra. In response, player will pitch Effect Veiler to negate Genroku's effect. Genroku will tribute itself in response to summon a Tenpai monster. Summoning Chundra. Fire Avatar Kirin. During the main phase, they can destroy one other fire monster to special summon this card. They're going to target probably Arvata. Maxi will chain. Maxi resolves this time, destroying the Arvata to summon the Kirin. Garunix has seen a fire monster be destroyed, so it will summon itself. Garunix will destroy another Kirin in the deck. Kirin was destroyed. Summons Arvata back from the graveyard. Feeding the Maxi pretty well. Player moves to battle. Fadra will swing at Arvata. Fadra summons back the Chundra. Chundra will swing at Arvata. Summon Pydra. Pydra was summoned. Activate or set Sengen summoning. Player will swing with Pydra, but in response to the swing, they'll do their own synchro summon. Make Bident Dragon, and it's all over but the crying. Bident Dragon, summon back Chundra. Bident swing over Kirin. Fadra effect, sync itself together with Bident Dragon. Make the Transcendent Dragion. Activate Sengen Kaimen during battle, add Pydra from deck to hand, then summon it. Bident Dragon in the grave, summon itself back, because enough attacks happened. Bident will swing over the Arvata. Pydra and Bident sync together again. Make Trident Dragion. Trident effect, destroying the Chundra and the Sengen summoning. This will buff it up, give it more attacks, swing over the Garunix, and again at the face. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if there was anything you could do against Tenpai in the battle phase? Alright, last one. Let's make it a good one. I say as if I have control over it. Duels B going first. Versus some kind of branded. Activate Mansion of the Dreadful Dolls. Add Fiendish Knight. Summon Little Soldiers. Little Soldiers will send away Bisque Doll. Bisque Doll will banish itself from the graveyard. Human Puppet Rogue Doll will activate. Bisque Doll preventing their gimmick puppets from being targeted. That's helpful. Not against the opponent's hand, but helpful. Rogue Doll will show up Fanta 6 Machinix, and then summon Cattle Scream and itself. Cattle Scream and Little Soldiers overlay. Make Fanta 6. Fanta 6, detach one material. Detaching Cattle Scream. Add Argent Chaos Force. Activate the Chaos Force. Fanta 6 Machinix will become Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. That feels like the wrong order. Dark Strings will activate to put up string counters. I lied. Alright, he's doing this weird. What did you do? Cattle Scream activated, sending away the Fanta 6 Machinix, summon itself back. Rogue Doll and Cattle Scream then be used as material for Puppet of Strings. Chaos Force add itself back to hand. Gimmick Puppet of Strings activate its effect, detach material, put up string counters. Rogue Doll add itself back to hand. Activate the Chaos Force. Turn Puppet of Strings into Puppet of Dark Strings. Dark Strings effect will activate. Fanta 6 Machinix will chain. Fanta 6 summon itself back. Return Chaos Force to hand. Puppet of Strings destroying the first one, dealing 3,300. Mention the Dreadful Dolls will activate. Pull a unit off of Puppet of Strings to summon Puppet of Strings that was destroyed from the graveyard to the opponent's field. Its effect will activate for being summoned. Chaos Force will activate, targeting Fanta 6, turn into Fanatix Machinix. Fanatix effect. Add Service Puppet Play to hand. Then pull a material off of itself. Summon Gimmick Puppet of Strings to the opponent's field. Dark Strings and Fanatix link together for Chimera Doll. Chimera Doll effect. Add Little Soldiers. Gets extra summons due to Fanatix, Fanta 6, so summon Terror Baby and Rogue Doll. Well, Rogue Doll was summoned by the effect of Chimera Doll, but they summon the Terror Baby. Terror Baby effect, target the puppet, Cattle Scream. These names are not very easy to remember. Anyway, Cattle Scream is back. Cattle Scream and Rogue Doll make Giant Grinder. Giant Grinder, detach material. Destroy the Puppet of Strings. Dark Strings, deal 3,300. Detach another material. Destroy Puppet of Strings. And 3,000. I feel like that guy did things a little weird compared to how we normally see gimmick puppets. But I digress. Also, I lied. Watching gimmick puppet do their thing uninterrupted is not very entertaining for a final match. So let's give it one mo. This isn't much better. It's Tenpai. With 3 hand traps and a lightning storm. Great. Player activates Pyro-Res map, add Samsara D Lotus, pay half their life points. That's helpful against Tenpai. Player will use 2 U-Bells in hand, return them to the deck, make Phantom of U-Bell. Summon Samsara D. Effect Veiler will activate in response, targeting Samsara. U-Bell player passes. Tragic. Oh great, Sengen Kaiman. Player activates Lightning Storm. Get rid of Samsara D. Summons Pydra. Pydra will set Sengen Summoning. Activate Summoning. It will add Genroku. Discard Ghost Ogre. Genroku is added. Attempt to summon Self. Max C will respond. And we know their hand, so it will resolve. They get a card. Genroku and Pydra make Samurai Destroyer. That's new. If this card battles the opponent's monster, opponent can't activate card effects until the end of the damage step. Also, the opponent's monster's effects are negated during battle only. If this card leads to the opponent's card effect, you can turn one machine monster in the graveyard, special summon it. Weird. He swings at the Phantom of U-Bell, activates Sengen Kaimen, adding Chundra, then summoning Chundra. Chundra was summoned, summon Fadra. Fadra was summoned, bring back Pydra. Swings over the Phantom, goes direct with Chundra, Fadra, and Pydra, and he feels the need to drag this out by synchro summoning into the Transcendent Dragion. Dregion will finish it. Well, the Samurai Destroyer was a neat little tech choice, but as Tenpai, you didn't need it in the first place. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this week's installment of the Master Duel Monday Watch and Learn. Hope you all have a great week ahead of you, despite whatever the circumstances may be. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.